All right, let me get to some of these comments, and then I'm gonna go ahead and bring it back to the Brett Favre conversation, man. So True said, man, the Finns return in 2026. That is true, bro. 4 years. Well, actually, that would be 2 years. That'll be 2 years instead of the 4 years. Rob, man, matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna save this one. I'm gonna save that one. I want you to react to that one, man. Jack, man, says, sounds like wide receivers that leave elsewhere and go to Miami don't see no. What is your problem, bro? Like, you're a Chiefs fan, bro. I
You
know
what
what
happened?
it is.
I know
what happened. I know
Jack
what
lost
happened, bro.
a lot of money with these boys, boy.
He lost a lot of money.
He done
You
lost a
feel
lot of
me?
money with the
A
Dolphins.
chick
Man.
that he
That's what
liked
that
was a
is.
Dolphin fan that broke his heart, bro. So he like fuck the Dolphins ever since. We get it, bro. We get it, dog. All right,
Damn, that's
man.
deep.
The homie Pap says, man, and he's talking about Green Bay, bro. That place is trash. Literally nothing there. Your words, not mine. Green Bay Packer fans, do not come after us. We do not
Most
speak for the
definitely.
community, man.
But you know something. So look, don't get me wrong. Even I've been to a Packers bar before. It's not the atmosphere of the people, and you know, in the right, say it in the right way. It's not the atmosphere of the people that I would actually hang around, right? If I wear my Green Bay shit, we all Green Bay fans. We turned up. You know how it is. Going to any game, no matter what color, what it is, we gonna turn up. But it is a very slow town. It's slow. It's nothing to do there. Like you're gonna go there and find nothing to do but go to a football game, possibly. That's it. So unless you got another football game to go to or something that's important to the town, ain't shit else to do there. But at the same time, where football comes to it, oh yeah, we own that though. We own that.
Man, Rod, you were right, man. Jack said when Trick said I lost that because I bet it with the Dolphins, man. I felt that. We all felt that. We all felt that.
Why do you think I never bet with the Dolphins, man? I learned my lesson years ago. I ain't gonna let these.
All right, man. We got the homie Prescott, man. First time in the chat, man. Now hold on, man. Relax, man. Relax. Hold on, man. This man talking crazy, man. The homie said receivers after signing with Miami, bro, is washed up.
So Tyreek Hill having his two best seasons, it means he's washed? Come on, bro.
Wait, what two best seasons? Not last season.
The 2 seasons before though.
The 2 seasons before that. 2 seasons before that.
He was going for 2,000 yards back to back.
But he was almost out of there in all reality. Like he basically he told y'all to kiss his ass and they came back and apologized.
Oh yeah, that doesn't spell anything good, of course.
I ain't gonna lie. I would let that go for something else. While he's still valuable, let his ass go. That's my personal opinion.
We talked about trading him. We talked on this show. We talked about
he's not me. My personal opinion. I feel like there's more face to him than who he really is. I don't see him be. He has his 1,000 yards seasons. Okay, we get that. He's not like he's a nobody. He's a cheater. He's fast, but the headache that comes with him sometimes, I'll be like, you can get a lot more out of him before he gets, loses out of his prime than to deal with his shit. That's my personal opinion.
No, you know what? I can tell you this about Tyreek, and maybe Jack could actually fill me in on this. He could probably chime in on this too. I don't know how it was when he was playing with Mahomes, but I've seen Tyreek drop a lot of key passes, dog. Like he is the type of guy when you need a third down, when you need a touchdown. There are times where it's like you can't depend. Tyreek is a game breaker, but he's a game breaker for what he brings to the table. In terms of him situationally changing games, he doesn't do that like some other receivers do. Like I watch a Bengals game and I watch Jamar Chase. I'll see Jamar Chase change the complexion of a game himself. Like he will make the play to make it happen. You don't really see that from Tyreek like that. You don't really see.
We've seen Cooper Kupp do that in the damn Super Bowl where goddamn what's name went down. So you see people do it, but honestly, I agree completely with you. I don't see Tyreek being the person that's my go-to man. No, yes. Sometimes he will burn the defense, and you could throw that bitch up, and he's gone.
Hey, hold on, wait. Like, listen, I agree with a lot of what y'all saying, but we're 2 years removed from this dude almost going for 2,000 guys. Like, come on, what are we doing? Come on now. Now, if you're saying that he's not that guy anymore, fine.
We probably have that conversation.
He's seen that he can be the guy. And again, the thing about Tyreek, and this is where it's going to get tricky, and we've done this pod multiple times. We're going to continue to do this pod because it is such an important conversation to have. But Tyreek's value, even if he does not catch a ball in that game, cannot be overstated because he completely changes the math that you
He's
have
got real
on
gravity.
defense.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
has real gravity, right? You know what I'm saying? And that helps. Like it might not show up for
100%.
your prize picks. It might not show up for your hard rock app, bro. But it shows up for the offensive coordinator. It shows up for the defensive coordinator. It shows up for both sides of the field, man. But now y'all are going crazy in the chat, right? But Rod, I want to get to this comment from Ralphie, man. It's about your boy Tua, man, and I want to get both of your opinion, you as well, Dro. Ralphie said, "Bruh," and I know he felt. I know. Ralphie meant that because that homie said, "Bruh." He said, "Bruh." I put a spork into it, not a fork, not a spoon. I put a spork into on Sunday night game, December 12th, 2023. I was at the game. We
That's the
lost to the
game, huh?
Chargers. Tua is a QB2, but Dolphins made him a
Rafi, look.
QB1. Rod, the floor is yours, dog.
Rafi, look, I get it, man. Tua, and I remember that game because I remember watching that game because, listen, Dolphin fans, we have nothing but trauma, right? So the game before that game, 2 games before that game, I'm going to put this shit in perspective for y'all. Tua had got hurt that season, but he came back. This was the season when he was dealing with the concussions. We were, up until we played the 49ers, we were 8-0 in every game we played with them. So this was the year where Dolphin fans were thinking, okay, we had some. 49ers game comes. We lay an egg. And then Herbie, this Sunday night game, Tua had one of the worst performances a quarterback has had in years. Like he was like 10 for 28. So Rafi was clearly traumatized watching that performance. And that was arguably Tua's worst game, one of his worst games. I'm not gonna say he's not a QB1, but he's not. Tua's obviously not in the class of the best quarterbacks. Like Tua, to me, I don't think anybody can argue he's a starting level caliber quarterback. But the question is, you want a guy who's more than a starting caliber quarterback. A starting caliber quarterback can only get you so far. I think Tua is better than that, but he has never proven to be amongst the best guys. He can play well here and there, but Tua's not. Go ahead.
I feel
Absolutely.
like
Get in. Get
I
in.
feel like listen, I feel like Tua was becoming somebody. I feel like I feel like every quarterback in the league, when they come in and they're fresh and they're rookies and they do some shit, like even Jaden Daniels, let's pray he doesn't have a sophomore slump, right?
Right.
Usually after a year or two of people of the NFL having film on you, all that extra shit don't work. All that loose moving around and all the extra shit you did to make plays, all that shit doesn't work anymore. So that's where shit really becomes important. I feel like Tua was in that gap where it was still unpredictable. But once he became predictable, Tua had you seen the elevation he had like drop drastically. And the reason for it, I feel like after a year or two of them watching you, watching film, getting studied, paying attention to what you do and everything that you do, it becomes a tougher game. That's when I feel like you become a better quarterback if you can live past that. So like even the Jaden Daniels situation, nobody knew what he would do. Nobody could really understand what moves he's going to make, whether he's going to take off with the ball running, whether he's even going to throw this ball after he broke away from a fucking sack. You get me, shit like that. You don't know what he's going to do. After a year or two of watching him, people start knowing what to do. People
Yeah.
start
Pick
paying
up on your
attention to all his
tendencies.
habits. So
Yeah.
people pay attention. Your tendencies is going to give it away. So that's when things become a little bit bigger. I think after year 2, year 3 for Tua, that's when it was like people started knowing Tua. Tua was a really good quarterback, but I feel like throughout that time, no, the Dolphins don't
You
want to let
feel
go on the fact that he was really
it,
good at the time.
it.
The same way the Cowboys, and I know you're a Cowboys fan somewhat, but the same way they didn't want to give up on Ezekiel or don't want to give up on Dak Prescott now. Dak is a really good quarterback, same way Tua is. Are you guys a quarterback? Do you guys have a quarterback that can take y'all to a Super Bowl? No. And I even feel that with Jordan Love. Jordan Love isn't at that space yet. That's why I feel like even us taking a lineman made more sense only because they want Josh Jacobs to control the game.
Right.
And in all reality, that's probably what you guys really need is a really good running back. How y'all have Moiser. When what when certain running backs work for y'all, Tua looks good. In our situation was the same way. I feel like Jordan Love looked really good when Josh Jacobs has a real big total on his back. If you was to put the whole entire game in their hands, I don't see them coming out on an elite level. I still see them on that like that teeter-totter where it's like, oh, I'm a really good quarterback.
Tier
I
2.
could
Yeah,
be
like tier
elite, but
2.
Yeah,
I'm
for
not
sure.
there yet.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
Well,
that's
this
where I
is
feel
what
like he lands at. And
Wait,
after
wait,
these
hold on,
discussions, I don't know.
Rob. Before you get in and Dro, like I know you see me smiling. I wasn't smiling at you or laughing at what you were saying.
Nah,
This
you
nigga
good.
Raffy said one of the funniest things I've ever seen, man. This nigga Raffy said Tua gave his gloves away to someone in the stands. I want to toss them back at
Wait, what? Tua gave his glove away.
Yeah, man.
Yo.
Rafi said he's seen enough, dog. Rafi said he's seen enough of the Samoan bondslavery. Listen, this is
Whoa.
what I'll say to what you said, bro. This is what I'll say. When it comes to Tua and the
I'm
Dolphins,
taking the fuck out. I'm taking the fuck out.
when it
Oh
comes
my
to Tua and the
God.
Dolphins, and I think this is where I blame the organization for all this shit. We have a good, like Dro, we have a good running back. Like we let go of Mostert because we have Devon Achan.
Yep.
People remember his first
18.
year.
You're never gonna
HA
see what
carries
he
a
truly is capable of because
HA
the off.
carries a load, and he's a screen. He's a beast coming out of a screen pass. But
No,
A Chain isn't a monster running
no,
back.
bro.
He's
Let me
good.
tell you. No, Achan, let me tell you, he can run between the tackles. The man is, bro, we use him as a slot receiver. He can run
Yeah.
routes.
That's
He
what,
can
Like,
run
but
routes.
he's a
that's my
versatile
point though.
guy.
He does
Like a
so
Reggie
much
Bush
better.
kind of guy.
But that's what I'm saying. He does so much better at catching the ball. And I'm not saying he's not a running back, but
Oh,
you
he's a
guys need a
running back. You
real.
got trust
You
me,
got
bro.
He got vision.
You got to see that.
he
You got to
got
see
some
these
vision.
lines
I
that he's
watch him.
running behind,
I
man.
watch him, and I like it.
That man
And
is
that's why I
running
feel
into
like
a
it was
brick
okay that you
wall,
guys got rid of
dog.
Mostert because I feel like he can still. A Chain can still
Sometimes he
do his
runs into a
thing.
brick wall, Dro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. He be running into a brick wall sometimes, man. The Great Wall of China, bro. That's the kind of run blocking he
Berlin
got,
Wall,
bro.
man.
The Berlin Wall.
That's what he running behind, bro. Running slap tap into that shit.
But y'all know that offensive line has been low key shit for years. Honestly, y'all seem like y'all
High
can't like y'all
key.
can't get a real O line together. I feel like if you guys had a real O line, Tua would be a lot better. And if we had that conversation in the process, you guys should run y'all division. The way things are going, because Aaron at the Jets went to shit. Like that went to shit. You feel me? Like the Patriots having Drake May is mediocre as fuck. Who was the last person in y'all fucking division? I'm trying to think right now. I don't know
Bills.
why.
Bills
The
got
Bills. The Bills is the only motherfuckers that's there. And with Tua having a team around him, he could have had that. But I feel like y'all defense. I feel like y'all paid too much money on y'all defense, to be honest, at the time, because y'all don't have nothing that's star. Like
Y'all are still paying for that Bradley Chubb deal, which was crazy. But I want to bring up this point because I want to go ahead and finish off with the Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, right? Not to cut y'all off, but I want to stick on the O-line part, right? Because I was listening to a podcast earlier today, and I think it was the Athletic Show, and it was Robert Mays and Derek Claxton or whatever, like real football nerd shit. But
I love that, bro.
so the conversation was about offensive line play and offensive line coaching, and they were saying how it was mailbag. So somebody like fans of the show wrote in, and one of the questions was, why is it that teams like the Eagles always have a good O-line? For the longest, the Patriots had good offense, not great offensive line players, but good O-line play. And what it came down to was that two things are happening when it comes to offensive line now, right? College football and NFL football are so different, and it's the most different it is at these two positions, wide receiver and offensive line. Wide receiver, it is different, but it's more translatable. College football for offensive linemen is a completely different game. They're
no,
not
most
doing the
definitely.
same thing,
No, the
right?
trenches are definitely different.
And what the guys were saying is that the people who are the best offensive line coaches are the people that could do two things the best, which is teach running and teach pass block, and most importantly, be the psychiatrist for all of these dudes, bro. And the reality of the situation is there's not 32 good offensive line coaches in the NFL. There might be
No, definitely.
4. It might be 4, which is why the Dolphins have done everything for as long as I've been alive, and they can't get right. As everybody they've drafted can't suck. So it has to be something else. Like it has to be something
not
else.
since we had like Jake Long and Richie Incognito. Not since we had those days in the early 2000s, bro.
But even
Since
Richie
that time,
Incognito pushed out one of your other good linemen. What was the lineman he was bullying? He wasn't a
Jonathan
bad lineman.
Martin.
He wasn't a bad lineman. He probably was
We
a
discussed
softie,
that
but he
shit.
wasn't a bad
Hey,
lineman.
but that was them boys was the wild west, man. They special teams coach was out here doing was fucking black holes and doing
All
coke, bro.
type
So
of shit.
that
All
was the
type of shit. Living their
wild
best
west.
life. Living their fucking
Fuck
best
the
life.
Miami locker rooms, dog.
All right, man. Let's bring it. Hold on, let me get this right here for Raffy, and then we're gonna bring it back. NFL is going towards NBA, more scoring with these weak calls on tackling QBs. Dude from Maryland clearly traveled. Stevie Wonder saw that. Listen, I'm with y'all, but quarterback play is too bad for any of these dudes to miss games, bro. Like, I don't ever want to see Jacoby Brissett ever in my life ever again, bro. So if I got to deal with some bullshit calls to keep him off of the fucking football field, then so be it, bro. I'm cool with that.